Indeed, indeed, indeed. What is going on, my peoples? What is going on? Welcome to LRFC. What is going on? Please do me a favor before we start. Hit that subscription button, notification button, like button. I could see that chat is getting busy. I'm better off in the mornings, you know what I mean, than the afternoons and evenings nowadays because there's too many clashes on obviously YouTube. But it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Just woken up. Obviously, we're here to talk about Isak, like it says in the thumbnail. We're going to talk about Kirkez as well. There's other Lallana news. There's other transfers we could look at as well. So I'm here for an hour, maybe longer than that. If you guys want me to stay longer, no problem. But get the chat going. We could discuss things further if you want. Yeah, I thought I put the grey Liverpool top. Remember this one, guys? New Balance made great kits for us. If you think about it, I think they're underrated. New Balance, honestly, I honestly think they're underrated compared to the Nikes of this world, and of course Adidas as well. Yeah, man, I always like New Balance kits. And don't forget they were part of the first Premier League win, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, man. Oh, I'm always grateful for New Balance, man. Yeah, so let's start with obviously with the chat, see what's going on there. Big up everybody tuning in to in the early hours of the morning. Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe, everybody. That's what I always say before I start a stream. Um, uh, Abdul, big up Abdul. Hi Fozzy, you've changed your name now. No, you got the initials in it, Abdul Rahim. Hi Fozzy chat. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Blessings and greetings. Thank you. And you are welcome. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You never walk alone. Always nice to me, bro. Thank you very much for that, man. Appreciate that, my brother. Big up Abdul, man. Yes, Red for life, my guy. Big up, big up. I wonder what happened to Redbird, man. I hope Redbird's all right. I haven't seen Redbird for a while. Yeah, I hope it's all right. Big up Fuzzy, brother. Big up Scottish Bear as always, my guy. And East boy, I'm from the East End of London, so I'm East as well. Blessing morning. Big up East boy. RKO as always. Let's go, Foz. Big up my brother. Bad row, Mr. B, what's going on? Big up Fozzy. The world is weird. Liverpool are dreaming of signing Isak, but in the reality, Isak should be dream and beg to play for Liverpool. We'll discuss that, bro. It's up to him, in it. Really, it's not like Liverpool are desperate for him. It is a dream, you could say, but there's other strikers out there. My brother. Big up Jason as always, brother. Big up Scottish Bear. Please listen to him, guys. Smash them likes on the way in, Liverpool faithful. Thank you very much, Scottish Bear. The algorithm, as they say, the algorithm does help, guys. The more likes we get, the better for the channel as well. So if you get the chats coming up, I'll read it out and obviously discuss with you what you guys think about, what's going on at Liverpool Football Club. But let me start with Adam Lallana. I don't think everybody knows about Adam Lallana. You know, what's happened this morning about Adam Lallana? As you can see over there, people, Adam Lallana is part of the team that won the Champions League and the team that won the Premier League, as you guys are aware. So, obviously, in those seasons, he hasn't contributed a lot. He had injuries, injury issues, couldn't have that momentum in playing on a regular basis. But if you think about Klopp's era, Adam Lallana is the one that started off that pressing. And I remember that first game against Tottenham, the way he came off the pitch, absolutely exhausted. It's just the injuries really ruined his career at Liverpool. But before that, before Klopp, I think he had he was injury free. Let me just put it that way. He was injury free under Brendan Rodgers. I can't believe I'm saying Brendan Rodgers' name. I'm not a big Brendan Rodgers fan, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so he's retired. They announced it today. Adam Lallana has announced his retirement from football. The 37-year-old left St Mary's at the end of the a second spell at the conclusion of the 2024-2025 season. Also, 2 decades after he made his debut for the club. Obviously, he played for Liverpool after that. and then he played for Brighton. Then he went back to Southampton. So, yeah, man. Since then, he has gone on to play for Liverpool and Brighton and made 34 appearances for England. Yeah, he's finished, man. Adam Lallana, man. You know, players that left Liverpool. Um, to be honest, he's one of the guys that still speaks fondly about Liverpool and always mentions Liverpool, even whatever club he's at. Like how much he loves his time at this club as well. So, yeah, man. Listen, at the end of the day, guys, he walked away with a lot of trophies at Liverpool. So, you know, it's something that came out of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, what a player. What a player, man. I really like Lallana. Just, the injuries just let him down. I like the two-footed, the way he's technically like two-footed. He could play with his left as well as the right foot, and the way he takes on people, the way he does that Cruyff turn. It was just amazing having him at Liverpool. Yeah, good luck to this guy, man. Absolutely amazing player. 37, yeah, a right age. You know what I mean? For some people, not everybody lasts that long. You know what I mean? Look at Rooney and all them lot. They didn't last long, did they, in their footballing career? So, yeah, that's what it is. I looked at that defender. I think one of you guys told me yesterday to look at him. The Belgian defender. I believe he's a Belgian international. Let me see his name again. Let me just get him on here. It was the Winter or something? Winter. Yeah. Coney the Winter. That's it. I looked at him, guys. Yeah. He plays for Genoa. And I was told, like, he could be the next Van Dijk replacement. If I'm looking for something similar to Van Dijk, I like the defender. I like what I saw. But, playing in Italy doesn't do a lot for me because Italy is a very slow league. And you saw Chiesa coming to Liverpool. The manager doesn't trust him as much as he should either. So, and not many players that come from Italy really do well in the Premier League. But from what I've seen of this kid, he's got a lot of similarities to Van Dijk in regards to pace, power, passing ability, aerial duels, things like that. He's very, very good at. So I like what I see, but it's just the Italian league that's put me off a bit. I don't know if it's enough for me to be convinced. You know what I mean? So I have to keep watching him in games, 90 minutes to be convinced about him. And like I said, the Italian football doesn't do a lot for me either. But Tottenham are after him from what I can see. Not just Tottenham. Yeah, Tottenham's after him. Who else is there? Yeah, Spurs so far, to be fair. Spurs are the only ones looking at him. Liverpool have showed no interest so far. So let me show you what Spurs are doing from the transfer window. As I said, I like what I see, but the thing with Kone, I think that's how you say his name, is it's just the league he plays in, guys. It's easy to play in if it's not, quick. But when you come to a quick league and you show your ability, it's very tough, you know what I mean? And we've seen a lot of players that come from the Italian league to the Premier League and they didn't really, flourish as players. And that's what worries me about him. But he's got Van Dijk about him when I look at him, you know what I mean? He's got all the attributes closer to Van Dijk than many defenders. So Tottenham have added Coney de Winter to their shortlist of defender options. Should Romero leave the club, he would be available for around 25-30 million euros. That's not bad, is it really? If it's 30 million euros, around 25 million pounds probably. This is from Ben Jacobs, of course. I like him, like I said, but it's just the league that puts me off. I'm not convinced about Italian league players. It's just doesn't do it for me. Uh, I understand he's Belgian, and obviously he plays for Belgium and that stuff. But the thing is with him, he spent majority of his time at Italy. So he played for Juventus. He came as a youth for Juventus, and then he played, I think, a bit for the first team. Then he got loaned out to Empoli. That's how you say that, Empoli, and some other teams. And then he ended up at Genoa. I think it's Empoli and Genoa. I think that's what it is. So it's not really convincing, is it? Really, if you think about it, guys. He has 4 caps for Belgium, obviously in 2024. But yeah, 25 games last season, 3 goals in the league. It's not a bad return for a defender, especially. But as I said, is he something that we need in the future? Maybe, but it's the Italian league that puts me off. I don't know what it is with the Italian league guys. Like they don't really, players that play in Italy don't really convince me that much for some reason, because we've had a lot of failures that come from Italy, and we can name a lot of them as well at Liverpool. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, get the chat going, man. I'm here for a bit. We're going to be talking about, of course, Isak, and we're going to talk about Kirkes. We're still waiting for the Kirkes news, as everybody knows. Hopefully, it will come out very, very soon, because the third signing is the most important signing out of the trio. Once we get that out of the way, we could concentrate, obviously, on other signings, which we're going to talk about as time goes on. Appreciate everybody that's on, man. Thank you, honestly. But yeah, let's see what we could do next. It's just about transfers, isn't it, in this morning? So I thought, let me give you that. Pick up the channel at the same time as well. So let me check out around Twitter, see what's happening. Man United are still after in Buemo. There's a lot they're going to get him. Man United's a mess, isn't it, man? I saw Garnacho, whatever his name is, wearing a Rashford shirt with Aston Villa Rashford's shirt. It's weird. Absolutely weird. The guy's still under contract with Man United, and then he wears a Rashford shirt. Is that madness? Like, of Aston Villa? It's not even Man United top. Oh, Man United's finished. I'm so happy, honest to God. Absolutely happy, man. I'm just looking around Twitter, see if there's anything that's coming up at the moment, but there's nothing at all, man. There's nothing at all. Happy 65th birthday to Craig Johnson. If people know him, about him, he's an Aussie player that used to play for Liverpool in the 80s on the right wing. He used to do that celebration when he's jumping up with both feet. Oh, man. Good player. I liked him. Really liked him. Very busy player, Craig Johnson. Yeah. There's nothing really up there. It says like there's something about Napoli, about Chiesa. Let me share this with you. I'm sad about Chiesa leaving, guys. Like I don't think he had a fair crack at Liverpool either. I wish he had like something, along the lines of like playing regularly for Liverpool, and then we could just judge him playing with the main players as well. I don't think he's ever played with Van Dijk, Salah, and etc. in the team. You know what I mean? So it's sad to see a player leave like that, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm gutted for Chiesa. I love his song though. His song is the best, man. Best song. We have to transfer it to someone else as well. Yeah. So yesterday I got copyrighted for the Thriller laugh. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. It's just a laugh. There's no music behind it. Why you do me just for a laugh? What a stupid thing, man. A laugh. You know what I mean? It's crazy, YouTube. Absolutely crazy. I've had enough of it, man. So Napoli have open talks with Liverpool for Federico Chiesa on loan with the option to buy. No, they're either gonna have to buy him or just get lost. Why are we gonna loan players out? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Big up Callum, by the way, man. Appreciate you coming on the chat. That just doesn't make any sense. We want him to either leave or and pay the money, not on loan. Why would we like? It's just too much. You either buy him or not, because they're gonna use him up, probably get him injured, and then give him back to us injured, and then we can't obviously get rid of him. That's what it is. That's the whole point of this. Nah, Federico Chiesa has to be sold, guys. He can't be like loaned out. He's not at that age either. I mean, he's heading towards 28. Probably is 28 already. I'm not too sure. Nah, no loan deals here, my friend. He has to be sold if you want him. So let me just see what's going on there. There's another thing over here as well. Should Liverpool explore Leon's current predicament to give Georgia friend Anfield, Georgia? It could be such. Have you guys heard about what's going on with Leon? It's crazy, isn't it? Leon is absolutely struggling. They got relegated. I can't believe it. Honestly, like, how the hell did they get relegated? Multi-club, see, guys, multi-club doesn't work all the time, man. It's a detriment to clubs, man. Leon is relegated after finishing 6th last season. Wow. Madness. So this is about obviously Darwin Nunez, as you guys are aware. Talks between Napoli and Liverpool have been ongoing and continue to progress for Darwin Nunez. The two clubs need to reach an agreement on the transfer fee. Napoli are starting from a base of 40 million to 42 million euros, while LFC are demanding at least 8 million more, including bonuses. So yesterday, you know, when Darwin Nunez had a haircut and put that blue and white, you know, balloons around his house, it hasn't hasn't materialized yet. So we're still waiting for him to leave, if you know what I mean, guys. And 40 million euros, it's not enough. You know, it's not a good step towards getting that money back that we paid for him as well. It is kind of frustrating, guys, if you know what I'm saying. So we need a lot more money. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, big up Callum, bro. I hope everything's okay with you. Yes, bought Kepa, and oh my god, no god, it's bad, isn't it? It is bad when you see that about them. And it looks like Newcastle will offer him a huge contract to keep him. We'll discuss that as we go along, bro. It's up to the player at the end of the day, Trudon. It's nothing to do with you know what they offer him. It's up to the player if he wants to stay or go in it. Hey, stay or go. You know what I mean? That's song how it goes. Yeah, so do me a favor, guys. Hit the likes and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm here for a bit for you. Understand Kepa? Yeah, I could see that. Wow. But why would Kepa be on the bench as he was the first team player for, you know, for for Bournemouth last season? It's a kind of strange way of thinking, if you know what I mean. So as you can see, guys, Arsenal have submitted a proposal worth 11 million euros package for Christian Norgard, as Mads reports. Negotiation ongoing as Brentford want more, and talks continue. Norgard wants to join Arsenal. 11 million for him, the captain of Brentford. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. That's very, very cheap. If I was Brentford, I hold out a bit, man. For that, that's too low for the captain, to be fair. And then you see Kepa at the same time, man. That's not right, man. That is not right. It looks like Modric has joined AC Milan. Modric is still going. I bet Modric is still the captain for Croatia. Not giving the youngsters a chance to play for Croatia. That's not right, man. That is not right at all. Should be gone. So as you can see, people, Kepa to Arsenal. Here we go. Deal done for the Spanish goalkeeper to join Arsenal as new backup. David Rea. So 2 Spanish goalkeepers in the same team. Wow. Arsenal active 5 million clause from Chelsea, and the documents are now sealed. One more addition for Arteta after Martin Zubimendi. It's kind of weird, isn't it, what kind of transfers Arsenal is going for, especially if they want to challenge for the title next season. It's not the way to go. You need better than that. You need players that's going to give you, you know, the next level to last season, which is challenging Liverpool for the league title. And they're signing Zubimendi, Norgard, and a goalkeeper, Kepa, ain't going to help you reach that because these are These are not players that's going to elevate you to the next level as a football club. So it's kind of weird, in my opinion, what they're signing. They need a striker. They need a left winger. They need a number 8 that can go up and down on the pitch and score goals, help out the strikers at the same time. And, they need a cover for Saka as well, because they haven't got a cover. That guy is going to be, playing so many games next season. He probably end up injured as always. And if that's not frustrating for them, I don't know what can be. It's kind of weird. It's very strange, in my opinion. They need more than that. Kepa for 5 million, guys. Like, what is going on? Like, come on. Madness. It's good for us, though. We can continue as a football club. You know what I mean? Woo! There you go. Wake everybody up. Wake everybody up. So, yeah, we're going to move on to the next bit. I was watching Sky Sports at the same time, seeing if there's any news on what's his name? Kerkez, because he's been at Liverpool since yesterday, having his medical. Why are we still waiting? It's weird. Very strange. We want to hear it, man. I thought it was Kerkez Tuesday yesterday, as people were saying. So, Andrew Robertson, guys. Atletico Madrid remain confident of attempting Andrew Robertson to join, but the latest is pretty much the same as this time last week. Robertson has not made up his mind yet. He is enjoying a short break at the moment and has lots to ponder maybe by the end of the week. We will have more clarity. Okay. Like, get it done, bro. We want you to sort your stuff out. You're either going to stay at Liverpool or not. Come on, man. It's getting frustrating, honest to God. We need to know, like, if you want to be a backup to Kerkez or not. Make up your mind quickly. But, with Robertson, guys, I've said it many times. I'd rather, like, he obviously leaves, because I don't think he's that type of player that wants to stay at Liverpool on the bench. Let's just put it that way. He's more of a player that wants to play every game, and especially World Cup year as well. So the best option for him, the best outcome for all parties, is for him, obviously, to go. If he wants to, like, obviously nurture Kerkez at Liverpool Football Club and he wants to stay, I don't mind that. I never said I wanted him to just be gone. It's the character of the player. He's a guy who just wants to play football. That's good. I agree with you. But it destroyed his career. If he had a lot of rest and, played, let the likes of Simicast play, like, a lot of games, if you know what I mean, in the seasons that we bought Simicast, probably his career could have prolonged further, if you know what I mean. And you can't blame anyone but yourself when you're just refusing, like, to rest. You know what I mean? And that's what happened with Robertson. As I said many times, like, he looks older than Van Dijk and Salah, but he's younger than them two, and he plays like an old man nowadays. He doesn't even cross the halfway line anymore. Where's the Robertson that used to go up and down that left side? I used to put a lot of crosses in the box. Doesn't exist anymore. So you got to be like, you can't blame anyone but himself. I know, like, a lot of people are frustrated of what I say, like, for him to save his legacy, and it's the best option for him to go, because he wants to play every game. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's the best advice I could give him, if you know what I mean, in regards to, from my end, if you know what I mean, guys. It's time to go. Let's see what Fabrizio Romano is saying on Kerkez. As you can see right there, people. He said Milos Kerkez has signed his contract at Liverpool yesterday. Wow. How comes we haven't seen breaking news? Clubs also exchange all documents, club statement to follow soon. I've been waiting since the morning, man. I haven't seen nothing. All I saw is Adam Lallana retiring from football. That's all I saw. I haven't seen anything, Kerkez. So, when Fabrizio Romano says it and he sticks by it, that's happened, innit? So let's give him credit for that. What's going on, guys, man? I want to hear from you guys. Anything you want to say, just say it in the chat, people. So Arsenal want Gyökeres, apparently, and he's opting for Arsenal instead of Man United. Gyökeres is a good player. I mean, Gyökeres is the kind of striker everybody dreams having on paper, if you talk about Gyökeres. But the thing is, he's coming from, obviously, Portugal. as we discussed the Italian football earlier, I don't trust Portuguese football as much. Same as the Italian football. The thing is with these two countries, when players come from those countries, it's very difficult for the players to flourish in the Premier League. AKA Darwin Nunez scored over 35 goals, I think, before we bought him in the Portuguese league. Came to Liverpool, wasn't the same player that we bought. Gyökeres obviously played in the lower divisions for Coventry and all that stuff in the past. Went to Sporting, started smashing it over there. The thing is, guys, it's the difference in the leagues. If you look at the leagues, physicality and mentality, everything is different. Premier League stadiums are very small compared to the Portuguese league, compared to the Serie A as well. So when the fans are on top of you, putting pressure on you, as well as the defenders being very close to you, it's very difficult for you to turn as a player, go different directions and score the goals that you've been scoring in those leagues. That's why I've been trying to tell people. That's the difference in English league and Portuguese and Italian league. There is completely different to the Premier League. That's why they struggle when they come over here. Remember Lazar Markovic, brilliant at Benfica. He was the main man in the wing. Came to Liverpool. Lazar Markovic was one of the worst signings in the history of our football club. There you go. Same as Darwin Nunez. 85 million we paid for that guy. Look at him now. It's not the same player that we bought from Benfica. And Gyökeres, a lot of teams are chasing him. Is he going to flourish in the Premier League? We have to wait and see. Because the thing he's got on his side, he's already played in England before. That's what he's got on his side. Is he going to be Arsenal's main goal scorer if he gets there? Is he going to be a threat to Liverpool Football Club? Nah, I don't think so. Arsenal need more than that, to be fair as well. Even if he scores goals, I don't think it's enough for Arsenal. I think they need more than that. They need dominance in midfield. They need, obviously, a goal scorer that can get you 25, 30 goals a season as well up front. So if he comes in, where they're going to put Kai Havertz? Don't know. There you go. There's a lot of things. They're going to be unsettled. A lot of players in that team. And you know what I was talking about, that defender, Coney De Winter, who he reminds me of as a defender. If he's a carbon copy of someone, he reminds me of a bit of a Saliba. That's what I meant to say earlier. He reminds me of a bit of a Saliba. So let me get to the comments. Appreciate everybody that's come on. I know it's early mornings and all that stuff. Appreciate that, guys, honestly. Takes a lot to wake up, innit, man? Dave, Newcastle can give him a golden handshake and crazy bonuses. That doesn't work as against PSR. Only his base salary works against PSR. They could give him as much as they want. But if the player wants to leave, guys, there's nothing you could do. So let me get to Isak now, yeah? We could talk about him now. Sorry about that, guys. I like to talk about other stuff while we go to the main topic, if you know what I mean. And, this is a longevity stuff. So I'm going to be here for a bit for you, if I can, if you know what I mean. So let's go to Mr. Isak and see what's happening here. So they said Alexander Isak is open to Liverpool talks. He wants to go to Liverpool. Let me get the graphics up as well. I'll show you what he can do for Liverpool. With me, I'm all for Isak if we can't get the player that I like. And you know who I'm talking about, Alvarez. If we can't get him, I'm all for Isak. Isak, probably last season, if you look at strikers, he was the best in the Premier League. So can he change Liverpool? What is he going to do for Liverpool? Can he, make us into a better team? I 100% think so. When a player like this is, wanted by Liverpool Football Club, and they know they could reach the next steps with him, how can we complain about that, guys? You know what I mean? And it's the injuries that scares me with him. But the most important thing is, can he improve the team? I said yes. Can he stay injury-free? I don't know. You can't say that about every player as well. But imagine this: like you got Florian Wirtz, you got Salah, you've got all those players behind you playing in your team, and all you have to do is put the ball in the back of the net as a footballer. Why not, man? It's gonna be one a hell of a signing if this happens. So let me share with you and put Isak as a striker. You know, when I talked about Alvarez is more, he could play here on his own. He could play here like a Firmino type, and he could play even deeper as a number 10 as well. And he could play out wide. That's Alvarez for you in a nutshell. If you want a striker that can do multiple things. But with Isak, he's in and around this area, guys. You know what I mean? In the box, outside, he can shoot as well. Just imagine, like, this is like rubbing your hands together time, if you know what I mean. You got McAllister behind, who could pass the ball. You know, eye of a needle kind of passes for a striker. He tried that with Darwin Nunez, just couldn't work on the runs. You know what I mean? To give you balls anywhere you want, any places you want. That's McAllister in a nutshell for a striker. Over the top as well as on the floor, you got that player already there. Then you bring in the maestro, the best player in the Premier League last season, the best player in the Premier League for a long time, actually, Mohamed Salah. Where is this Salah guy, man? It's starting to piss me off now. You got Mohamed Salah from this side as well. Imagine this, like, guys, yeah? All this creativity from every angle next season. You know what I mean? Salah doing the outside of foot passes towards him, going out wide, crossing it into him, through balls. That's just two players providing for Isak in a nutshell. And then you bring another player. It ain't over, is it? It ain't over for these guys. And you bring another player. His name is Florian Wirtz. It doesn't take no, easy jets. He takes a private jet. Let me just put it that way. A Man City fan says it would take you on an easy jet ride. You know, the richest club, one of the richest clubs in the world. You know what I mean? What kind of nonsense is that? Easy jet? Nah. We don't know his number yet, Florian Wirtz. So let's just, there you go. We give him 27 because he used to wear 27. So he plays behind him as well. Think about it, guys. Think about the creativity. Let me just take off the arrows off. I already gave you, obviously, McAllister and Salah, what they could produce for him, yeah. So this is Florian Wirtz in a nutshell. He's been told he's going to play as a number 10 for Liverpool Football Club. So number 10 means creativity at its best. He will give you supply as a striker. He'll be right behind you, pause, giving you, balls like that, over the top, everything. So you're getting these three players already supplying you from different angles. Just imagine a number 10 supplying you from right behind as well at the same time. That is sick. That is, what you want in a football club. That's what you want as a striker. And if you refuse something like that, there's something wrong with you. And it ain't over. We've got more players to come. As I said many times about, the likes of Szoboszlai, I'm a great believer in Szoboszlai. He frustrates the life at me at times, but I know what the issue is with him. It's because he's covering for other players while we get the team together. We won the league with him in the team, you know what I mean, guys? How can we, complain about him, if you know what I mean? So, and don't forget, in the important games last season, he has produced, goals and assists. If you look at Man United away, he produced a lot of assists. You look at Tottenham away, he scored a goal and he produced assists as well. Look at Man City away, he produced an assist and a goal. So the guy, when you need him the most, he does step up, if you know what I mean. So from what I've been hearing, Szoboszlai might drop a couple of steps back as a central midfielder instead of like an attacking midfielder. So imagine, like, you already seen the likes of Florian Wirtz and McAllister, providing for Isak. This is just for Isak. I'm talking about Isak now, overall. I don't think people talk about Isak to you guys. So I want to give you, from my point of view, what he can get next season at Liverpool Football Club to, make him the player, the striker that we want him to be, scoring like 30 goals a season. You know what I mean? Something like that. Injury free. That's what I'm saying. So you got McAllister giving you those kind of balls I showed you earlier. Now you got Soboslai. So Soboslai is more, passing out wide, long balls from, distance and all that stuff. But he can also, complement you with assists from deep as well. You know what I mean? From over the top, you could run onto it and then you just tap it in. That's the kind of things Soboslai can do for you. You know what I mean? All you have to do is tap it into the net. That's all you have to do. That's what Soboslai can produce for you. So what I'm trying to say is, guys, like, there's creativity coming from different places for him next season if Isak decides to come to Liverpool. And this thing I've been hearing is going to be like over 200k a week. He's going to be the highest paid, obviously, player for Newcastle. That shouldn't stop you as a player for your own ambition. If you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Why would you do that? I mean, you as a footballer want to be the best that you can be, and you're willing to take payments, and this club that you're at is going to take them 5 to 6 years, 7 years, 8 years to get to the top if PSR doesn't, stop them. I mean, by that time, you're about 30, 35, 34, or something like that. So there's no point waiting that long. Just tell them it's time to go. That's all you have to do as a player. If you're ambitious, that is. I gave you the players that could provide him. I gave you the, what can happen, a scenario like what can happen with him. And then you got these fullbacks, Kirkes and Frimpong on top of that as well. So you already got these players creating for you as a striker, And then you got fullbacks like this that run up and down that pitch. So you got Frimpong running up and down. You see him. You seen what he does for Leverkusen. Always puts the ball in a dangerous place. Same with Kirkes. If you watch Kirkes, that's what convinced me about him. What I loved about Kirkes is he's bobbing up and down that pitch, game in and game out. Love to defend, love to go forward, love to support the attack. Always does 1-2s and goes. And imagine that. Imagine all these creativities, like from different angles for you as a striker. You can't complain, my brother. You should be happy as a striker. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look how many. There's 7 players. So it's 6 players that can create for you over there, and you're the one at the front. You can't really argue with that, guys. There's creativities coming from every angle, guys. Every angle for this player. I only gave you 6. So when Van Dijk comes into that as well, with his kind of, long balls and all that stuff that he does from the back, that's another thing as well. Alisson, kicks the ball long and makes you run onto it and you can score a goal as well. There's so much we have at our disposal to help these players in our team. And there's still, like the likes of Gravenberch still to come in. And you got the Gakpos of this world, and you got the Diaz of this world. So how can you, as a footballer, not be happy with, people like that providing for you? You know what I mean? That's all. I'm trying to show you all the creativities in the team. There you go. You got all that for Isak next season. Hopefully, they stay, some of them. I don't know about Diaz. Gakpo is definitely staying. I know that for sure. I know the rest are staying apart from Diaz. So you got all that creativity coming down your way next season. Why would you not come to Liverpool? Doesn't make any sense. But guys, big up, man. Please, get in the chat and tell me what you think. Like, if you're a striker, you got all this providing for you. And it's not even like the best in the Premier League. It's the best in the world at the moment, providing for you as a striker. Why would you not come to a team that can do that for you? If he stays at Newcastle and chooses money over, obviously, coming to Liverpool, then it shows you what type of player that he is. He don't care about football. Just cares about money. And that's good riddance for us. We don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? So, guys, man, it's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy what you see over there, man. Like the amount of players that can provide for you as a striker, and make your job so easy as well. At the same time, there's nothing like Liverpool Football Club for you, man. I'm telling you, man. He needs to decide, and he needs to decide quick, in my opinion. I gave you look. I know all those players can't be in the pitch at the same time. I know people, but I've been trying to give you guys. Even players coming off the bench can create goals for this guy. So he needs to decide quick what he wants to do next. So let me get to the chat. Sorry about that, guys. Honestly, sorry. Sorry about that. Where am I? Mr. B. Fozzie David Olsen said Isak is not going nowhere this summer. All these rumors and talk is media PR and fake. They can afford him. They can't afford him, sorry. 150 million is huge money, bro. It is huge money. I agree with you, bro. But if the player pushes the transfer, if a team's interested, and not only that, this is in July, not now. They're not, obviously, people think it's now. No, this is in July. Liverpool have the money. 150 is a lot of money. I agree with you, Mr. B. But the thing is, if a player wants to leave, there's nothing you can do about it. From experience, us as Liverpool fans, we should know that already. If a player wants to leave, you can't stop him. That's how it is. That's life. We move. You know what I mean? So it's just down to him, really, brother. You know what I mean? From what I've heard, he rejected a contract offer for higher pay rise. He told the football club he wants to go. That's a start. You know what I mean? So next steps is Liverpool Football Club. Do we give them 100 million plus Jota? You could play it smart, bro. You know what I mean? You don't have to play the full amount of money. Give them a player plus cash. We rate probably Jota at 40 million. They rate, Isak, whatever millions they do, 150, maybe lower than that. 150 is a bit too much. It's too much for my liking, if you ask me. But if you get Jota plus 100 million, that's a good deal, because Jota ain't giving you time on the pitch. You know what I mean? But he could flourish somewhere else. I've seen a lot of players when the pressure is less at another club, they stay fit. I mean, because all that weight ain't on their shoulders anymore. So you got to look at it from that direction. And Jota is a good player. Everybody knows. He just needs a place where he could be, playing consistently and, injury free. That's another thing for Jota as well. So if you give them 100 million plus Jota, that's a brilliant deal, bro. And as I said, you could say is a PR stunt and all this stuff, but this ain't going away. This has been coming back for a long time, if you know what I mean. Liverpool and Isak. Each time we think it goes away, it comes back. So there must be truth in this, man. There has to be truth in this, and we do need a striker like that out front. An out-and-out striker that could give us more goals, take the pressure off the rest of the guys in the team as well. So, as I said, if my player doesn't come in, I'm all for Isak. He's my second option to Alvarez. So, I wouldn't be negative about it. Just wait and see, bro. Because there's another thing I heard from Liverpool. There's another thing I heard from Liverpool as well, bro. Even though we signed, obviously, Wirtz, Kerkez, and Frimpong, there's still money available for another signing, around 200 million. That's what they said. So all those years, we haven't signed players. Money was generating at the same time. We were saving money for moments like this. I don't think we're going to get him for 150. I think it's going to be lower than that. I think there's a player exchange because Newcastle want Jota as well. So imagine that. I wouldn't complain about it, bro. I wouldn't complain about it. So just relax, man. Why are we always negative? You guys said to me the same thing about Wirtz. You tried to convince me he's not coming to Liverpool, and I said he is coming. Kirkes, the same thing. Frimpong, the same thing. They're all here now. You know what I mean? So we just have to wait. I'm not saying Isak is coming, but there's an option for him to come to Liverpool. It's down to him. Let's see how he reacts to it. Yeah, they're not gonna. They could try, bro, but it's just like I said. It depends on the player. If the player signs a contract and stays, then it shows it's all about money, because I can't see Newcastle winning in the next 6 years the Premier League. I'm sorry, like, I'm being realistic. I mean, they need a drastic change, like a lot of players leaving. I mean, like, you need a whole new 11 for you to win the league title. So, can they do that? We have to. And if he stays, no, I don't think so. And I don't think they could change that quickly either. If you know what I mean. So it's another thing. I can't see it with Isak, and Newcastle won't allow it. Eddie Howe last season, he said he's unsure about Isak staying at Newcastle. That was another thing as well. So if you look at him, I think it was the last game of the season, he said he's not sure. So it's down to him, bro. It's down to the player. If a player wants to leave, and I showed you on the graphics right there what he has behind him as a player, all those players that could provide for him season in, season out, to say in the next 5 years, you can't ask for more than that as a player. You have to push transfers like this as a player. I'm not all about that, because we've seen it in our club, but sometimes you've got to be bad to get what you want. And I suggest he pushes the move, man. I honestly think that. Hopefully Kirkes is announced when you're live, Fozzy. I'm hoping, bro. I got Sky Sports right in front of me. I'm hoping. Guys, I can't believe I got done for copyrights for the life of, Thriller. I can't believe it, man. Vincent Price. I can't believe I got copyrighted for that. It's weird. It was I that mentioned the winter Fozzy. Yeah. I checked him out, bro. He's close to Van Dijk, like obviously Saliba is, but I see him similar to Saliba, bro. The way he runs, the way he tackles, the way everything about him is Saliba X. That's what he looks to me when I look at him, bro. As I said, Italian league, Premier League is 2 different leagues, bro. It's going to be tough for him over here. Fozzy, I can't have this about our leagues, bro. The majority of Premier League is for other leagues. Example, VVD played in Scotland and was the best defender on the planet. Then, yeah, I know what you're saying, Scottish Bear, but don't forget where he went first to learn his trade. He went to Southampton to learn his trade. You know what I mean? Some defenders obviously take different steps. You know what I mean? So it's like Mane and them, they went to Southampton and they came to Liverpool. So if you do something like that, that's good for you as a player, because you're learning your trade in the Premier League. And then when a big move comes for you, it's easy to transition, if you know what I mean, brother. That's how it is in football. So luckily he went to, Southampton before Liverpool. Not many teams took up, a chance at Van Dijk, apart from Liverpool at the time as well. So yeah, I understand what you mean, bro. I'm not saying like the winter is completely, off the cards, but I'm just giving you from my end what I've seen down the years, if you know what I mean, Scottish Bear. He could be a success. He could be, yeah. You're spot on. Could be a success. You never know, innit? You never know. You never know. You're right. Mickey Van Vin is a injury-prone. Take away them injuries, he's probably just behind VVD. Van der Ven is a good player, man. It's very hard to get past because he's got pace to burn. I think he was linked to Liverpool before Spurs, as I remember as well. It's just unfortunate, he went to Tottenham. Is he like a Van Dijk replacement? I don't think so. As I said many times to you guys in the chat, left-footed defenders is what I stay away from, because they pick up a lot of injuries, man. I've never seen a left-footed. Have you guys ever seen a left-footed defender that's world-class, like Maldini, Randé, or Maldini is not even left-footed, guys. Let me just tell you that, if you guys don't know the story about Maldini. Maldini was a right-back in the youth of AC Milan. The right-back at AC Milan was the captain at the time when Maldini was coming through. So what Maldini did was he turned himself to a left-footed player. So that's the only way he could have got into the team. And then, the rest is history. Then he became a left-back at AC Milan. That's the difference in quality. But like I said, there ain't that many left-footed centre-backs that's world-class. I can't remember. Maybe you say Frank de Boer. Other than that, I can't remember ones that actually, lived to their expectations for a long time. They never last. Man. I'll worry about left-footed centre-backs. We had loads of them at Liverpool Football Club. Never lasted. Yeah. Big up, Dave. What's going on? We need to get 2 ex centre back. Yes, I agree with you with that one, Dave. 2 centre backs is a must because we still haven't replaced Matip. I mean, and now like we might get a few. Of course, a few players might be leaving at Liverpool Football Club. We still needed an extra centre back, no matter what. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's 100% right. Even if we get Gahey in, we still need another centre back to back them up as well. So although Gomez is here, Gomez is not going to stay fit throughout the season, as we already know. But we need consistency in that centre back position if we want to win the Champions League as well as the Premier League and the cups as well. So you do need more than one centre back for next season. So Kwanzaa's gone, Gahey's coming in, and you still need another centre back, still in my opinion. So to back them up, you're spot on, bro. Right wing, forward possibility. I agree with you with the right wing as well. Obviously, we need a Salah replacement. Salah's going to be here for the next 2 years. Imagine getting the right winger right now that can learn under him and then take over, smooth transition after that. That can be a fantastic thing about a football club. You know what I mean? That is a master stroke, as they say, if they do things like that. So, Salah leaves, the boy takes over. It's like nothing's changed. Obviously, the goals will be different because Salah is a goal-scoring machine. But creativity, you need creativity, and as well as 10 to 15 goals a season from a right wing, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad at all. A possibility of a DM, yes. I've always said that we need a DM. Is it essential for this season? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Can we escape with not having a DM this season? I think we can. This coming season, I think we can. If we're gonna buy a striker and and cover other places, we can. Then the season after, the major signing could be a DM as well. But if I had my choice, I'll get a DM straight away, 100%, bro. We have 200 million still we can use without selling. That's what I said about the Isak thing. You know what I mean? People, I don't think, paid attention in regards to the Isak thing. We've got 200 million in the bank. That's what the club said. Even with buying Verts, even with buying Frimpong, even with buying Kirkes, we still got 200 million in the bank. So, that Isak deal could be a possibility if he pushes the move. And, after that, if you sell a few players here and there, you could generate more money, obviously, on top of that as well. So we're in a good position, man. When you're champions, everybody wants to buy off you. Right? You could sell players for over the odds as well. You know what I mean? You could sell players who are worth probably 5 million to 15 million or 20 million. That's what you can do. It's crazy. It's crazy how the transfer works now. Because I remember when we was champions, we were selling the likes of what was it, Ryan Brewster for over 20 million, Solanke for over 20 million. At the time, Solanke wasn't all that. You know what I mean? And I remember, was it Brad Smith, 15 million, Jordan Ibe, 15 million. So look how much we were selling those players for, because we was right at the top at the time. Not always winning the league, but Champions League winners as well. And everybody wanted to buy off you. I mean, so you can do that. You can. People, do me a favor, hit the likes and subscribe and all that good stuff, bro. I appreciate that. 200 million, obviously, we can use without selling. I would sell Nunez, Jota, Chiesa, so that's 3 players. Robertson 4, DS 5. Should bring in 150 to 160. Yeah, 100% right, Dave. I agree with you, my brother. So 360 million. Look at that, bro. See, you're already an accountant. You know how smart we could be with these negotiations, Dave. So basically, you already got that 200 million, and you could add on top of that. So if you get Isak, you still got money after that to spend on the other players as well, the other areas that we need filling in, if you know what I mean. So squad depth matters. Squad depth is what you need to flourish in the season as well. Considering what happened to us last season, second part of the season, what happened to us? We got tired. The players couldn't run anymore. We've been playing with the same 11 throughout the season. So we can't keep doing that anymore. Next season, we've got to be smarter. Use the squad, rotate it in the right way, and win those games that we always struggle in a way with style, if you know what I mean. That's what I want to see next season. Big up, Dave, man. I like that. So let me bring in the Isak stories that we have on the news. Let me get rid of these. Too many shits going on over here, guys, man. I like everybody's coming on now. Everybody's awake. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that. So you know, Ivan, he's got his own channel now. He came on here before on the chat. So let's see what Ivan is saying. I know a lot of people don't believe what he says because his stories are always, you know, hot and cold. Let's see what he's saying. So being told Alexander Isak has told his representatives the only club he wants to join is Liverpool. If Liverpool don't come in for him, he will stay at Newcastle. So that's a start. Number one, contract rejected. Number two, the only club he wants to go to is Liverpool. Number three, can Liverpool get the baggage together to get him? I think all three is good, in my opinion. It's negotiation time in it for Liverpool. Once we get the Kirkes deal through, it's negotiation time in it. They need to do the negotiations that they did with Wirtz, similar to that, to Isak. So if we do something similar to Wirtz, anything is possible. Everybody thought we was going to pay the 150 million euros. We did it. We brought it down to 116 million euros. So we could do something. It's all about the negotiation skills and the player wanting to move. You can't stop that at all. So there's a lot of stories of him, Isak, saying he wants to leave. He's not going to sign a new contract. And I like that. That means he's a smart guy. He wants to win trophies. He wants to be the best that he can be in football. I like that a lot. Honestly, guys, that is brilliant. So I brought you a lot of stuff about Isak, guys, you know, in regards to what he can do for us as a footballer and what we could do for him as a footballer. It's just down to Liverpool now, guys, honestly. It's down to Liverpool and what they're going to do next. And they did say in July, we're going to make the move for him. So, I mean, what is it? We're in 25th. How many days in this month? Sorry, guys. Let me see. What month we're on? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So we've got 6 more days to get ready. On the 7th, 6 days from now, on the 7th day is the day we could try a game. If they're saying this will happen in July, so we've got 6 more days. Obviously, the first step is to get Kirkes through the door. That's what we're looking at. Also, Juventus are looking at Jadon Sancho. What a shame. What a shame. Guys, let me see how many subscribers away from the amount that I need, obviously. I'm 1 subscriber away from 2,400. I mean, so that's not bad at all. But we need to get to 3,000. If we could do that, can help me out, man. Help a brother out, people. That's all I'm asking for, man. Just help me out. It's free. Everything is free. You don't have to pay a penny. I don't ask for anything like that. It's just coming on, having fun with you guys, and, you know, learning from each other. That's what I like. So let me get back to the chat. Don't lose hope on the Isak thing. Listen, if we sign Florian Wirtz, anything is possible in life. Let me just put it that way. If we're beating the likes of Bayern Munich and Man City and Real Madrid to a player, anything is possible in life. So don't lose hope, guys. Honestly, don't lose hope. I'm not going to convince you like I did with the Wirtz and Kirkes and Frimpong, but I still have hope in regards to, you know, players coming in, of course, and all that stuff. What you saying, Dave? Who else is coming? Big up Daryl, my brother. You never walk alone in the house as well. And Mr. A Hill, I think A Hill Khan. Hopefully I said it right. And of course, Tafsir. Tafsir's in the house. Big up everybody. Big up. So position to win it all if he joins and to play with Salah and Wirtz. That's crazy, isn't it? That is crazy having that comment says enough for me if I was a footballer. I'll put myself you know, in Isak's position. He does look like me a bit, you know what I mean? He's not Somali, by the way. He's from somewhere else. Not Ethiopia, Eritrea. I think that's how you say that name. Yeah, from there. So if you look at him, if he looks at this comment right there, Dave, what more do you need as a footballer? What more do you need? That's 25, 30 goals a season. You know what I mean? That's how, and more probably. That's That can happen to you as Isak. That can happen to me. I'm pretending to be Isak. Liverpool come to me. All right, mate. We've got this, proposal for you. We've got Salah. We've got Florian Wirtz. We've got the two fullbacks, Kirkes and Frimpong. We've got Soboslai. Dominic Soboslai, the Hungarian beast. We've got McAllister, the Argentinian who won it all, apart from the Champions League. We've got Gravenberch as your DM. We've got Van Dijk at the back. We've got Alisson, the great Alisson in goal for you. We've got Konate next to them. We've got all those players and plus that bench. What do you think? I'm in, baby. I am in. That's what I would do if I was Isak. I would say that I am in. Where's the next ride in? No. Where's the next private jet? Forget about right here. Where is the next private jet, Liverpool? Where is that silver Mercedes pickup van, whatever you call it? Where is that? Where is that, man? Where's all those stuff? I'm ready to go. That's how I would be if I was in his position. If they offer me something like that. Yeah, man. It's crazy. Listen, it'll be crazy if they bid for him and he rejects all that. That's not a footballer for me, man. Well, I am a Liverpool. So I am a Liverpool, so you know what my answer would be, Dave. Okay. It's talking to Dave. These players are all money at the end of the day. Anthony Gordon was all set to join Liverpool and sign a new contract. Anthony Gordon is a maniac, mate. Let me just put it that way. He's a Liverpool fan, and Liverpool wanted you, and you're not at Liverpool? What? Weird, very strange. Red for Life says, Kirkes is going to be amazing for us. I've been watching his highlights on repeat because I've only really watched Bournemouth against us and the old highlights. Of course, he's so aggressive and plays with possession. So with passion. That's what I like about him, bro. If you talk about Kirkes, he's every way a Liverpool player. Let me just put it that way. Is everything about him is a Liverpool player. Passion, you just said over there as well, an aggressive side. I've always said it when I come on these streams. I want my players to be aggressive, and passionate at the same time, and love the job. Love the job more than anything, and that's what we had in the past years. And I don't want to stray away from that. The players that's coming in have the same thing. If you look at even Florian Wirtz, not only is he a technical player, he actually pushes forward and defends for the team as well. So he runs about like a Gerrard and players like that. It's not always about the flair with some players. Hard work brings you success. If you don't do hard work, it doesn't bring you success. So, for example, if you look at Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe at PSG, they've never won the Champions League together. Why? Because they didn't want to do the extra work off the ball. And if you don't have that, imagine 3 players dropping off, not doing the extra work. That's a lot. One player you can get away with, but 3 players at the same time, you're not going to get away with it. It's very difficult. Very difficult. You know what I mean? So I like that, man. Aggressive and plays with passion. 100%, bro. You're spot on. You are spot on. You watching him in that little clips, obviously, of the highlights shows you know a lot about football, Red for Life. And I watched him thoroughly last season. I watched him in a lot of live games. Sometimes you're in the sofa, innit? And there's Bournemouth versus Arsenal or Bournemouth versus Man United. You just watch it, innit, for the fun of it. I don't enjoy watching things outside Liverpool as I used to anymore, but I have tried because if you're doing streams, you need to watch that kind of stuff, if you know what I mean, guys. So yeah, going with Kirkes, with aggressive and passion, you're spot on, bro. He loves to defend. That's what I love about him. He loves to run back and win the ball back at the same time as well. Please, guys, obviously, keep them likes coming in the way in and all that stuff. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, my guy. Going forward, he drives through opposition players. He loves a sliding tackle. My kind of fullback. That's something about him and Robertson. I don't think Robertson likes to slide tackle. I can't remember him slide tackle. I don't think even our other fullback was slide tackling since he's been at Liverpool. So with Frimpong and him, you're going to see a lot of that. A lot of, tracking back, slide tackling, winning balls, and all that stuff. You're going to see a lot of that in our games. I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm really, really looking forward to that. It's going to be something like we're going to rub our hands together when we're watching it. Yeah, man. Please hit the likes and subscribe for me, people, if you can. But I'm glad you're saying that LSE for life, because that's what I saw. Exactly what you're saying, LSE for life. This is what I saw, bro, when I watch players. I've always said that YouTube doesn't do me justice, because YouTube has made a lot of, players that come to Liverpool look good, because they only pick up the best clips of those players. But when I watch players, obviously, live in full games, it shows me more, or, highlights like yourself continuously. It's different. I mean, Arsenal need a new manager. Yeah, they do, man. Scottish Bear, they are terrible, bro. Absolutely terrible, man. They don't learn. They don't learn, do they, man? Dreams can come true. Yes, Red for Life. Dreams can come true. We didn't expect these players to come through the door this season. And not only that, pick us ahead of other teams at the same time as well. They say, the only place I want to go to is Liverpool Football Club. That's what these players say, guys. Think about it that way, man. And that's brilliant. Yes, there, tough sir. Verts, Isak, Salah, get the... No, I don't want to say that. Out is going to get messy for the rivals. Yeah, let me share with you, actually. There's something about the rivals. I see Terry is always, keeping an eye on Liverpool. He could be a closet Liverpool fan, Terry, from the Football Terrace. Yeah, I think he is, He's always, He's forgotten about Arsenal, you know what I mean? Remember, he was all Arsenal. Now it's all back to Liverpool. Don't even talk about Man United. So listen to what he's saying, guys. Listen to what these two are saying. So I think he's done something, this kid. I forgot his name. Chelsea fan.
And supposedly, Newcastle have briefed their media and said it will be 150 to 200 million. They've agreed to that fee internally. They've told the press this. The fee has been set. But the reports are that Liverpool are going to pay it. The reports are Liverpool, they'll try and negotiate it down, but they're going to pay it, and they are going to move for Alexander Isak. Boy. What are Liverpool doing right now, Dom?
Bro, they're trying to dominate.
Yes.
That's literally what they're trying to do right now. They're obviously trying to dominate, man, because you're going into a new era now. You know what I mean? Like, all of the players that Pep had, or most of them anyway, that won him a lot of the trophies that he's got, they've all left. You know what I'm saying? So Pep's now having to rebuild that team. Liverpool, obviously, they've come to the end of Klopp and a few of the players that they had before as well. But they've still got the likes of Salah. You've got Verts that comes into the team that, like I keep saying, will add more GA to that team. So they're not just dependent on Salah. You've got Kirkes, one of the best left backs in the Prem right now. I wanted this guy at Chelsea, but obviously with Cucurella there, we don't need him. And then you go and bring Isak, who arguably is the best striker in the world. Arguably the best striker in the league. Because some people will tell you Haaland, but when you look at the all-round game as well as the finishing, Isak is a better player for me. You know what I'm trying to say? So if they bring him in, bro,
listen, Isak and Haaland is two different players, man. Like Haaland, great in his own right with the finishing and scoring goals, etc. and all that stuff. But build-up play, controlling the ball, bringing other players into play, it's not in his forte. You know what I mean? He's not very good at that. So if you're asking me who's a better footballer at the two, Isak all day long. I'm not saying that because Liverpool are interested in him. It's just a fact. You know what I mean? Haaland has, I don't know how to put it. I don't want to say a bad thing about him. If you look at Man City with Haaland in the team, it's not the same Man City before Haaland. If you know what I mean. If you look at the Man City before Haaland, it was more possession-based. Everybody knew their job. They killed teams before the game even, kicked off. I mean, it was already over. Let's just put it that way. With Haaland, I think teams have hope because there's a big lump up front, scores a lot of goals, but, that's not enough. It's off the... Because if you look at their strikers like Aguero and, other players that had that front before Haaland, it was all about closing down together, winning the ball up the pitch and winning games that way, scoring in the first 20 minutes, and then it's over because the other team has to come out after that. They can't do deep line defending anymore. So you got to think about it the way Haaland works. He's even though Isak probably is the same size, but Isak is more of a footballer. He can dribble. He can take on players. He could take shots from outside the box, hit the corners. So yeah, out of the two, if you're asking me who's a better footballer, Isak all day long. Isak all day long. I think if we get Isak, he's much better than Haaland in regards to footballing ability on its own. So if Isak signs a new contract, I am toxic for voicing my opinion. No, bro. No, I never said that. No. You're talking about nah. You're not, bro. You're cool, man. Have your opinion, bro. I always encourage you guys to have your opinion in here. So that's what it's all about for me. Likes, people, get the likes up. Quicker we put a bit in, the better chance we could turn his head. Yes, spot on, Dave. Spot on, my brother. Spot on. Get the comments coming, guys. I'm here for a while. So let's listen to what the Steve, big up Steve. Steve's in the house. Daryl's in the house. All my brothers are in the house. You never walk alone's in the house. Let's go. Let's go back.
Oh, I don't see anyone beating them next season, man, because what I saw from Slot really impressed me, Terry. You know what I mean? Because not just the players that I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at a manager that, you know, sets his team up quite well. He can go from sitting back and getting you in a transition to controlling the game and consistently creating chances to beat you as well. He's so adaptable with what he does. You know what I mean? The in-game management I saw from that guy. I didn't really go away from many games last season thinking Slot fucked up today. Do you know what I'm saying? And that to me,
100% spot on. You know, like people underestimate Slot, you know, guys. After that Nottingham Forest game, I think he learned a lot after that, because what people do is, as a coach, when you come into a new club, you study obviously your own club first, then you move on outside that. You analyze other teams that you're facing, and then you analyze the seasons before. So you look at, if they have the same manager, that is. So you look at other teams, and then you study them and see what's their strengths and weaknesses. I don't think before the Nottingham Forest game, because everything was going so well, he didn't analyze it enough, in my opinion. That's why we lost that game by 1-0. Because you know, when teams deep line defend, Liverpool really struggle, and we don't have that type of players that can open up those teams, if you know what I mean, guys. So that's what he realized after that game. Then he smartened up after that. I think we went on a run of wins and draws and all that stuff since the new year, I suppose. Yeah. So this guy, Arne Slot, guys, right, he's very intelligent as a coach. You know, man. I underestimated him. You know what I mean? I didn't think. I wish I studied him more. I wish I looked at him more, what he did at final. But you know, when you look at the Eredivisie, it's not a league that stands out and tells you, wow, it's something to watch. I used to watch, obviously, back in the day when it was on Channel 5, like everybody else, when they used to show us, obviously, Ajax and Willem II and, you know, Vitesse, Arnhem, you know, all these teams. I don't even know, I can still remember their names. PSV, Feyenoord and all that stuff. We used to watch it back in the day because it was interesting, something new. But the quality weren't as good as the other leagues. That was the problem we had with that one. But listen, if this guy almost won the league in his first club, what's his first club's name? I forgot the name of the first club. It's a small club, man. It gives me the Klopp vibe. You know what I mean, guys? It's like similar to Klopp. So he almost won the league. Let me see, with AZ Alkmaar. That's the AZ Alkmaar. He almost won the league that season. I think 2019, 2020. And then he moved on, obviously, to Feyenoord, won the league and the cup as well. So that does not really happen over there. Majority of the time, it's more Ajax or PSV. Feyenoord does come in sometimes. It's one of the biggest clubs, obviously, in Holland. But he's a very smart guy. He's good. You know what I like about him? He's got more formations in his, you know, managerial skills than most managers. So if this doesn't work in the first half, we'll try something else in the second half to open up that team, to beat that team. And that's what I like about Arne Slot, what he does for us. And that's why he's going to have a longevity at Liverpool Football Club. I keep telling you that, guys. Like, everybody thinks like he's going to be going to Real Madrid, Barcelona. Bayern Munich or someone like that. No, I don't think I think he's here for the long term at Liverpool Football Club. And not only that, what I like about him, he's willing to change coaches as well. He's not loyal to people. He's not loyal to players. He's not loyal to coaches. I mean, if one leaves, one comes in. There's no always like one leaves and nobody comes in. There's always another person coming in. And new ideas, fresh ideas with his ideas. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next season, guys. I swear, Van Bronckhorst and Slot, together, that is cooking, man. 2 ex-final coaches, isn't it? I think Van Bronckhorst. Let me see if Van Bronckhorst coached final. I know he done Rangers in that. Gio, innit? Gio Van, ex-Arsenal player, as I say. Okay, don't really care, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm sure he coached final as well. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's a manager at final from 2015, 2019. There you go. Imagine them two in the same team cooking as coaches. Woo-hoo! Guys, like, you need to rub your hands together here, mate. Not with what the other guy said earlier with a comment. Tough sir, you know what I mean, about the Vaseline thing. But you know what I mean. Yeah. It's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad at Liverpool. We couldn't do anything till July due to PSR. I know, bro. That's why they're waiting, man. Liverpool have the money, my brother. Liverpool have the cash, my bro. So be prepared. Be prepared. Let's get back to the football terrace.
The sign of
Let me just say out there, guys. Like football terrace. Yeah, I'll watch it. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of it and all that stuff. I like this guy Terry because he gives people opportunities on his channel, young people that know football and all that stuff. And not only that, like you could use his clips and he doesn't like do copyrights or anything like that. He lets people obviously use his clips, and I like him about that. I tried AFTV once, and they done me for copyright. So that's the difference in people and channels. Let me just put it that way.
Of a good manager, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So. Boy, it's going to be tough. They're definitely the benchmark. If they get Isak as well, I definitely see them retaining that. Man.
There's also Gahey they're looking at too, and that's picking up traction. So they could be adding Gahey to this. I mean, again, Verts is going to happen. Medical, I think, predominantly done. Kirkes, you're talking 40 million, but a very talented left back. That's now today had the here we go. I think that's a phenomenal piece of business. Robertson's still good, but you can see he's past his best. Straight away, a top quality young replacement for him. We already know about Frimpong. The Isak deal, though, honestly, they're not just the favourites, they're the resounding favourites. And I was saying this earlier on this morning, and a few Liverpool fans didn't like it, but I actually think it's a bit of praise. I think Liverpool could be disappointed if they end the season with all these signings and the team they already have, only winning one major trophy. This could be a season where they could legitimately win 2 major trophies, 3 major trophies.
I don't think, listen, he said we should be disappointed if we're signing all those players in one season and not win more than 1 trophy. It'd be a disappointing to a certain extent, not fully. If we win the Premier League again, 21, and we don't win other trophies, am I going to be crying like a baby? No, I wouldn't be, because that's 21. That means we've got the record for the league history. So sometimes, it takes a while for players to settle in and all that stuff, to get to the next level, which is Champions League, and winning more trophies than just the Premier League and all that stuff. So would I be disappointed if we just win the Premier League next season and make it 21? Just a bit. Not all the way to the point, oh, fucking hell, why didn't we win the Champions League and all that stuff? You can't be too disappointed like that. I'm sorry. As I said, majority of the time, some players take time to settle in and all that stuff. But if we get Isak on top of these players, we should do more. In my opinion, anyway, we should do more. But would I be disappointed like that? That the way he's saying, nah, I wouldn't be. If we win the Premier League, get 21, that's a fucking record, man. That's a record, guys.
Dominate right across the board. I go back to that PSG game, and PSG had them on the ropes in PSG in Paris, but at home Liverpool were far more in it. That was at home with Isak and Verts in the team, that extra firepower, that extra clinical edge. I would, if I could go back now and put a bet back on with those players in the team, I think at Anfield they knock them out. I think at Anfield they kill the game off with that extra. It's so for me, this is scary, bruv. This is scary, another level of scary.
Bro, listen, let's just break down the numbers. From Salah, I'm expecting comfortably over 20 GA in the league. Comfortably, right? From Isak, you're getting minimum 20 goals in that team. With Robertson and Salah creating for him. Bro, he's getting minimum 25 goals at least. At least if he stays fit, that is. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Verts. I'm expecting minimum 10 assists from him, right? Potentially even double-digit goals. But first year, I'll probably say he'll probably score maybe about 8 goals, 7 goals, something like that. You know what I mean? But you're looking at over 15 GA, right? Straight away, bro, it's
You see what he just said there, guys? Like I said it before. I even noticed he's gonna say that. He said the same thing. Like first season is always a difficult season for players, so don't ask for too much. I mean, don't ask for too much. Verts might not even start the first 10 games. He might be coming off the bench helping out the team. You know what I mean? That could happen. The fullback, I expect him to start, but Verts could be, in and out the team till he's fully settled in eventually. Think about it that way. And he's right what he just said there. I'm not expecting him to be double digits in the first season. Next season, the season after that, most probably, yeah. But as I said, I'm not going to be too disappointed if we win the Premier League next season and make it 21, like Terry was saying. But if we get Isak on top of that, we should still go for, obviously, more.
It's hard to beat that. It's hard to beat that because they look at the back. They've still got Konate. They've still got Van Dijk. They've got Kirkes there. They've got Frimpong. That's a whole back line. Alisson's still staying as well this season, isn't it? He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and this is the thing for me. The numbers are there. The stat. Forget what anyone thinks about eye test. The goals are there. The assists are there. The midfield and defense is already in place. And in fact, the only caveat I would throw in is that the defense could be, as in the back four, could be 75% different to last year. New right back, new left back. Gahey, will he go straight into the team? Probably not. But
imagine this year, last season, Trent didn't hardly create anything. I can't remember that many goals he created apart from Tottenham away, as I remember, when he put that cross in for, who was it? Diaz. Remember, Diaz headed the ball, went in. I can't remember many crosses Trent than last season. Robertson created his first goal of the season at Arsenal, against Arsenal at Anfield. That was at the end of the season, only one. So imagine like you're getting creativity from Salah consistently. Imagine you're getting creativity from Verts consistently. Imagine you're getting creativity from McAllister, Szoboszlai consistently. And then you put the fullbacks on top of that with Van Dijk that can create from the back as well. So that's how many goals extra to last season. You know what I mean? Maybe 50 extra, maybe 60. I don't know. But it's going to be, double figures here, man. Think about what I'm saying, guys. Trent didn't create much last season. Neither did Robertson. This season coming, we've got Verts, Frimpong, Kirkes, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Salah, Diaz, Gakpo. So you got all these creativity from, obviously, from other sides of the pitch, as I showed you guys in the graphics earlier. That's going to be a lot of goals. We're going to be unstoppable. You know what I mean? So think about it that way. That would be sick, man.
But there could be a little chemistry issue there potentially. On paper, there could be. But the rest of it is just sublime. Sophie B here says Newcastle won't even come into the table unless it's closer to 200 million. And so you could be absolutely right. But I don't think Liverpool are walking away. I think Liverpool are going to do this. Where I stand on what I've always said, Soph, and I'll take this to my grave. If Isak's head turns 180, it's done.
Yep.
Because you're not going to get 200 million. It'll be closer to the 150, if not lower. If Isak says to Liverpool, I'd love to join, but I'm really happy here, then Liverpool ain't getting him for any money because Newcastle will just say no. It's if the player's head's turned and if he's uncomfortable, if it becomes an uncomfortable situation for him to stay. You're
Eddie Howe, Arne Slot, potentially winning the Premier League again and the Champions League on top of that, to winning nothing, probably League Cup again. Come on, man. Come on. Where does that go? This way, right? Come on, people.
That for me is the only time this happens. But the only way that I think they get Isak in that position is by showing him and saying, essentially, whatever they want, we've got the ability to pay. but there is a maximum. Listen to Ben Jacobs talk about this. I think his words were to the effect of, whatever the price, Liverpool are willing to pay it. And we also know they're going to get the price down. Liverpool win.
I like the way he said that, innit? Like, you know, like when you're scared, like what's to come from a football club, that's his reaction says it all, man. 100% get Isak. Tapsir says, get Isak head turned. Of course, 100 will get his head turned. We bid with and talk. We want him. We bid with bids and talks. We get him. So let me just start that again. 100 million, of course, gets Isak head turned. With bids and talk, we want him. 100%, man. If his head doesn't turn, I don't know what can turn him, mate. I honestly don't understand. Ehil says, don't you think Gehi will ask for game time since the World Cup is next year? And he will be wanting to play. It wouldn't be a problem if Konate leaves and he can be the Konate replacement. Mr. Khan, when you're at the top, bro, the players that you have at your disposal will get a lot of games. He doesn't need to worry about that. There's a way, I think you're forgetting, we used to have Konate with Van Dijk. So we used to have Matip, with Van Dijk, Konate. Everybody got a game. Everybody got like a lot of games. So I wouldn't worry, my friend. I wouldn't worry about that. It happened before and it'll happen again. Not everybody stays fit. And you got to look on top of that as well. Van Dijk doesn't normally get rests. This time he will get rests. So we will trust the likes of Gehi and Konate playing regularly as well together in the team. So that's the advantage that we have at this moment. Think about it that way, bro. I think like there's too much into this, like people thinking Gehi's not going to get a lot of games. We had Matip, we had Van Dijk, and we had Konate in the same team for years, and nobody ever asked that question before. And they all got their fair share of games as well. So I wouldn't worry, my brother. I wouldn't worry about that. Big up, you never walk alone, my guy. Isak, I can't wait for it, bro. I really, really can't wait for if this happens, man. We've got the money. What is the Kirkes hold up? It's all publicity, my brother. It's to do with, the sponsorships and everything else. Nothing comes quicker. As I told you about the Verts deal, when you thought, Daryl, that we're not going to get Verts. And I told you we will get him. And what happened? We got him. So relax, brother. We're going to get your player, man. Again, Daryl, again. I'm more optimistic. Let me just put it that way. It was your wording. Maybe Scottish. The Arsenal fan. Oh, okay. It's not me. No worries. Smash the likes, people. Smash the likes. Appreciate that. If you could do that for me. You never walk alone says Nunez, Elliot, Kelleher, 100 million. It's happening. See, that's what I'm saying. We're getting money outside, the money we already have. That's great. 40 million is already in motion. I remember World in Motion, innit? Walk Up 90. John Barnes. We gotta go again and do it at that right time. It could be slow or fast. I don't know the song, man. But you must get to the line. Oh, man. I remember, man. Walk Up 90. Wow. Let's go, champ. If people know, the older people know that song, innit? We're singing. I know Liverpool fans don't like that. We're singing for England. That's what it was. Let's go, Steve. I think we should bid 130 million now. PSR doesn't hit you on a bid. Get his head turned, of course, and negotiations will go on past 6 days. Bid now, I say. Dave, I am with you, bro. We have to sign that contract right now. I'm with you, my guy. Let's go. We could be slow or fast. Yeah. Guys, I'm one away. Let me see. I don't even know where I am. Sorry about that, guys. I'm one away from 2,400 subscribers. One away. 1 for 400. Let's go. RSL76. I'm sure you were born in 76. A few years before me, I was born in 79. Who do you want for striker if we don't get Isak? That's simple, man. Simple. Plays for Atletico Madrid. He used to play for Man City. He plays for Argentina. He's won everything in football. He ain't missing a trophy. And that's Alvarez. And he's only 25. 25, by the way. 25, my brother. That's what he is. Only 25. And 0 injuries. He'll get injuries one day, but he's got 0 injuries so far. Isak or Alvarez, plan B, Osman and Vlahovic. No. I don't listen. If Osman comes, he comes in it. I'm not gonna cry about it. Vlahovic, left-footed. No, not for me. Yeah, but building same team here. You never walk alone. Says some team here. Yeah, we are building. We are building, bro. We are building. Sometimes it takes a while. Don't forget that, mate. I mean, sometimes things don't go according to plan. Players settle in late and all that stuff. But hopefully, they come in and do the job straight away. If we was the owner, if I was the owner, centre back Gehi and Charlotte Batch. I don't know who that is. So this is the Charlotte Batch. I think that's how you say it. Forward options: Isak or Osman. Right wing: Fofana or Rodrigo. Gehi, I agree with you. I don't know who that other centre back is. Charlotte Batch. I think that's how you say his name. I don't know who the other centre back is. Of course, obviously, I know Isak and Osman. I say Alvarez instead of Osman. Fofana and Rodrigo. I don't mind either one. They're both young, outstanding players. Let me just put it that way. So let me go to the next comment. Where are we? Simon Jordan expects a Gehi transfer agreement after Liverpool interest against the clock. Oh, Simon Jordan, the ex Crystal Palace owner. That's who it is. So he knows a lot. Probably he's still in the know in Crystal Palace. You never know. You never know. So let's get back to the video. See what they're saying.
In every negotiation, as much as Newcastle are on the way up, Liverpool just beat teams in negotiating. I don't even think that's a debate. They just
unless they meet us, unless they meet Chelsea in the window, then they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What I mean is they
this guy's a fraud, isn't he? This guy. Unless they beat us, unless they beat us. Well, you only win in negotiations. Do you win anything on the pitch? Really? You won the Conference League. Come on, man. Europa Conference League. Right? You're that level. The reason you beat people on transfers is because why? Because you pay over the odds for them. You give them some ridiculous contracts. And the players you get, they're not here for footballing reasons. They're here for the dinero. You know what I'm saying? They're here for the ching. That's what they're here for. That's what they're here for. They don't give a damn about you. They're only here for the money. That's all they're here for, brother. Coming down, unless it's Chelsea. Relax, man. It's like you got electric shot in your body, man. Relax.
Win in terms of the buyer or the seller. They may not beat every team to a player, but they I think Henry scoffed at that yesterday, and then we're live, and they're getting 30 million for Kwanzaa, bruv. None of our clubs, none of us, maybe City, none of us are doing that. Well, City do it too. I mean, they got like 25 million for that James Trafford, bruv. Like there are certain teams they're able to sell players for almost like that we'd all go, that's a 10 million pound player, 20 million pound player. What do you mean you're getting 30, 40 million? They've
got 25 M's for Solanke as well, isn't it?
25 M's for Solanke. They've got 25 million for Jordan Ibe. They've got 25 million for that Brewster.
Oh, yeah. That was money laundering. How the fuck did they get 25 million for him? How the hell did they get 25 million? Someone needs to investigate these guys, bro. Yeah,
that I'm up for. I'm up for an investigation into how they're able to do it.
Look at our rivals, people. Look at our rivals, man. They want to investigate us for transfers and that. Stupid idiots. So we should bid 25 million for Mbappe. Me too. I think so, bro. Let's get Mbappe for 25 million. Let's do it, man. Trudon Terry gets a bad reputation, but he has helped a lot of YouTubers out. Yeah, bro. Listen, I commend him for that, my guy. I really, really commend him for that. That's an impressive thing to have in your, resume. Fozzie, you're so intelligent, knowledgeable, and now everything about the Liverpool spirit of LFC fans. Oh, thank you, bro. I don't know if I'm intelligent, but if you say Liverpool, I know a lot about Liverpool, bro. Liverpool's my football club, isn't it? Forever. So I know how it works at my club, man. You know, when you support something so much, you know what happens. You know what I mean? It's that telepathic thing that they say. You know what I mean? Keegan and Toshek. You know what I mean? There you go. Yeah, guys. I've been refreshing Twitter since I've been on. I haven't seen anything major happening, man. I'm still watching Sky Sports, and I haven't seen anything about Mr. Kirkez. It's starting to annoy me. Make it happen, everybody said about Isak. Listen, if the player said he wants to go, then he wants to go. Let's hope we get him. Brothers and sisters. Yeah, man. I was talking about the Fekir deal, innit? Yesterday, as I was mentioning, people were telling me, "Is this brothers? It's nothing to do with him." And I said, "No, it's to do with Alisson. Alisson, you know, it's either Alisson or Fekir, and we chose Alisson over Fekir because FSG don't want to pay for two players at the time." There you go. And now the truth has come out because Klopp said it. Klopp said the thing. Guys, I don't want to keep keeping you on the stream. Appreciate everybody that's been on. Honestly, thank you for the support as always. I might be back later on if there's a breaking news about Kirkez. We could discuss that. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm one away from 400. I can see. Appreciate that. If you're watching this back, get in the comments below and have your say. Even the people in here, if you guys want to chat with me, get in the comments below and say what you want to say. All right, guys, I'm off. I don't want to keep rambling on. Take care, everybody. See you soon.